Welcome to Infinite Heart Stories, where we explore the profound journeys of ordinary people, changing their destiny through sheer determination. Meet Thomas, a 32-year-old night shift security guard who feels trapped in a relentless cycle of poverty and utter exhaustion. While the rest of the world sleeps peacefully in their beds, Thomas wanders through the shadows, feeling like a ghost. The financial pressure is suffocating him as piles of unpaid bills accumulate on his desk, mocking his hard work. He lives his life in reverse, sleeping while others work, creating a deep sense of disconnection from the vibrant society. Every day feels exactly the same as the last, a monotonous loop that drains his spirit and kills his dreams. Suddenly, a phone call shatters his routine, bringing news that would force him to reevaluate his entire existence immediately. His mother has fallen seriously ill, and the medical expenses are far beyond what his meager salary can possibly cover. Looking at his frail mother, Thomas realizes that he cannot continue living this way and must change his life now. Desperation fuels a fire within him, igniting a burning desire to break free from the chains of poverty and stagnation. Fate intervenes when he meets Mr. Chen, a successful businessman who visits the park early every morning for fresh air. Mr. Chen sees the despair in Thomas's eyes and decides to share a secret that transformed his own life years ago. He speaks of the magic hour, a sacred time between 5 and 7 in the morning that separates winners from dreamers. Thomas listens carefully as Mr. Chen explains that success is not about luck, but about how you start your day. This 2-hour window is the golden opportunity to build yourself while the rest of the world is still fast asleep. He hands Thomas a simple plan called the 90-day rule, a challenge to reinvent himself through strict discipline and learning. The rules are simple but demanding. Wake up early, learn a new skill, exercise, and never compromise on sleep time. Thomas returns to his room and immediately clears his cluttered space, making room for the new life he envisions. He commits to the 90-day challenge, understanding that consistency is the only bridge between his goals and his reality. The first morning is the hardest battle, as the alarm screams at 5, demanding he leave the comfort of his bed. Cold water on his face shocks his system awake, reminding him that comfort is the enemy of the progress he seeks. From 5 to 6, he dedicates 1 hour to learning accounting, a skill that will open doors to a better career. His brain struggles to absorb the new information at first, but he persists, writing down every concept and formula diligently. The next hour is for his body, as he pushes through physical exercises to build the energy needed for the day. He finishes the morning routine by planning his day, visualizing his tasks, and setting clear intentions for what he must achieve. Even during his night shifts, Thomas changes his habits, using his break time to review his notes instead of sleeping. The most difficult discipline is going to bed at 9 every night, sacrificing cheap entertainment for tomorrow's success. The first few weeks are a brutal test of willpower, as his old habits fight hard to regain control over him. By day 21, a shift occurs. Waking up early no longer feels like a chore, but like a powerful advantage. His physical health improves dramatically, giving him the stamina to work harder and think clearer than he ever has before. The complex accounting concepts that once confused him now make perfect sense, as his mind becomes sharper and more analytical. He transforms not just internally, but externally, dressing better, standing taller, and radiating a newfound confidence to everyone around him. His superiors begin to notice the change, seeing a reliable and intelligent man where they once saw just a guard. With courage built from 90 days of discipline, Thomas approaches management to apply for an open position in the accounting department. He aces the interview, impressing everyone with the knowledge he self-taught during those quiet, early morning hours. On the 90th day, the notification arrives. He has been promoted, effectively doubling his income and changing his future. He steps into his new role, leaving the night shift behind to embrace a career that offers dignity and growth. The greatest victory comes when he pays his mother's medical bills in full, lifting the heavy burden off his shoulders. He brings his mother home, knowing that he can now provide for her and protect her like a true son. He returns to the park to thank Mr. Chen, standing before him not as a beggar, but as an equal. Mr. Chen smiles, knowing that the seed of wisdom he planted has grown into a strong tree of success. Looking back, Thomas realizes that the poverty he escaped was not just financial, but a poverty of habits and mindset. He understands now that success is never an accident. It is the natural result of deliberate, daily, positive actions. Time is the only resource that is distributed equally to everyone, but only a few choose to master it completely. Thomas begins to mentor others, passing on the wisdom of the magic hour to those who are still struggling. He keeps the old notebook on his desk as a reminder of where he came from and the price of success. While the world rushes in panic to start the day, Thomas is already hours ahead, calm, prepared, and victorious. His story proves that it does not matter where you start, but only in which direction you choose to move. The 5 a.m. Club is not just about waking up early. It is about reclaiming the control over your own life. True strength is found in the moments when you want to quit, but choose to keep moving forward anyway. Education and self-improvement are the most powerful weapons you can use to change the world and your own reality. Consistency is the secret ingredient. Small actions repeated daily over time lead to massive results that seem like magic. He can now give his mother the life she deserves, transforming her sunset years into a time of joy. Success is not a destination where you stop and rest. It is a continuous journey of setting higher standards. When you change yourself, you inspire those around you to change, creating a ripple effect of positivity and growth. The man in the mirror is no longer a victim of circumstance, but the architect of his own glorious destiny. The morning sun shines equally on everyone, but only those who rise to meet it will feel its warmth. He walks among the crowd with a secret smile, knowing the power of the magic hour that fuels his success. Just like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon, he has shed his old self to fly freely into the sky. True success includes kindness and the willingness to lift others up when they have fallen into the dark times. His vision is now clear, unclouded by the fog of laziness or the darkness of despair that once blinded him. He has built a life where work and enjoyment coexist, balanced perfectly by the discipline of his morning routine. He keeps his old alarm clock as a trophy, a symbol of the war he fought against his own limitations. Busyness is no longer a source of stress, but a sign of a life lived to its fullest potential. He stands on stage to share his message, inspiring hundreds to wake up and take charge of their own lives. The applause is not for his wealth, but for the unconquerable human spirit that he represents to every listener. In the end, the love of his family and the pride in his mother's eyes is his greatest reward. Discipline, persistence, and success are interconnected. You cannot have the last one without mastering the first two completely. He has conquered the mountain of his own doubts and now stands at the peak, breathing the air of victory. The sun rises every single day, offering you a fresh chance to rewrite your story, just as Thomas did. Now the question turns to you. Are you ready to wake up and claim the life that is waiting? Tomorrow morning, when the alarm rings, do not hit snooze on your dreams. Get up and make them happen. Remember that mastering your morning is the first and most important step towards mastering every aspect of your life. Thomas found his path in the quiet hours of the dawn, and we believe that you can find yours too. Thank you for watching Infinite Heart Stories. Subscribe for more inspiring tales that touch the soul and change lives.